Welcome to the Nexus Unloaded podcast. This is Will Crozier.
And I'm Zach Congonis. We are here to bring you the best solutions to your lifting problems. Through our real-world experience, we hope to break things down in a digestible, applicable, and entertaining way. Welcome, everyone. Got a new guest.
Perfect.
Josh is on. We're continuing our series of Nexus coaches talking on the casting couch.
Yeah,
I mean,
introducing
really only
people,
Craig
giving
who
people
can
some
see Josh.
insight to our coaching team. Big Josh up now. After Alex will be glad about
Well,
that.
is Josh still bigger than me? How much do you weigh, Josh?
Nah, I'm skinny at the moment. I'm like 108, 109.
Or about the same. Damn. He can be Big Josh.
Yeah, well, he's got the lighting on his side at the moment, so we'll just call it that.
Just not moving.
But we've got a little bit of a format that we go through, but we end up going in a million different directions.
I actually have to ask, do you actually listen to any of the episodes of this?
Every single one.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I can bring up my Spotify.
How do you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Hey, good.
I don't know.
It would have been so weird if you were like, actually, it's fucking shit. But
I gave it 5 stars.
Did
Oh,
ya?
thank
So,
you. Thank you. We don't
We
actually ask
actually
that
have
to guests.
quite a few 5-star reviews.
We have a little bit of a layout for these. So we always, well, as you would have heard on the others, start off with the same one. And that is to tell us about yourself and not training or nutrition, just about like yourself as a person outside of training and nutrition. Which seem the theme is currently like people would have fuck all of a life outside, which is how we demand, which makes sense. But
well,
but you've got Zach. If you want to have your timer ready, we're
Yep,
gonna.
she's all good to go.
He's got 52 and a half seconds.
52.5 seconds.
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Well,
on your marks,
when,
get set, start talking.
When Mickey and Will let me out of the cage for my 20 minutes of sunlight a day, I like to do nothing except play with my dog, Sammy. He's a very cute Cocker Spaniel. I genuinely have no life outside of this gym because I don't do anything.
Where'd you grow up? What do you do? How old are you? All that shit.
26. I'm born in Melbourne, lived there 12 years, moved to Townsville, lived there for 6, moved down to the Gold Coast when I was 17 on my own. The math doesn't add up on that, but it pretty much does.
Good enough.
Moved down here when I was 17 to study and just get away from Townsville, and I have been here now for nearly 10 years and been training for like 8. Part of Nexus.
No, you can't talk about training.
2.5. Oh, I've got nothing else. I literally have nothing else.
Exactly.
I have a dog.
Yeah.
He's cute.
That was basically what Kirby did as well. I have a dog. I like my dog.
All right, that's it. Done.
We
You
are.
like burgers? You didn't talk about the fact that you enjoy eating burgers.
I do love
I didn't know
burgers,
you
yeah.
were born in Melbourne.
Yeah, I lived there for 12 years. I grew up near where you live.
Where'd you
I
live?
grew up in Eltham. Like Eltham North.
Fuck. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. My dad still lives in research.
More you know.
I know.
See, I learned something.
I have
See,
no
these
idea where
52
any of those
seconds
places
were
are,
quite
so that's
useful.
great. Melbourne's.
I didn't know that Sammy's full name was Samuel. Is it like Samuel McShaggington?
That's his
Does he have a last
government
name?
name. No, he doesn't have a... Oh, I guess it's my last name, isn't it,
no,
really?
no middle name.
Samuel Sternberg or something.
I thought it was Steinborg.
The amount of different names I get called, I just start answering to them now. I'm just okay, yep, that's perfect. You tried your best.
I think we can go with Steinborg. It has more of a flair to it, I reckon.
Gosh.
They all sound
A little
German,
bit
so...
like, yeah, I was going to say a little bit German there.
What do we? So
Is it?
let's go into
What's the background of it?
German.
Is it actually?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
I don't know.
I like it.
I'm like half German, half Aboriginal, so...
Got a lot of nationalities in our team. It's good.
What about you, William?
What?
Where's Crozier from?
Whatever, somewhere. I don't even know. No one can tell me. We've looked in the family tree and there's like a few different directions and everybody's like,
Your mum's probably going to have the answer for that.
Mum would know. Yeah, somebody would know. I
At
don't
what
know.
point do you think it's acceptable to actually start to go down the family tree route? Like, how old do you feel like someone needs to be?
My family has a book. Yeah, it's really weird. It's like...
Keep it.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pass it on.
Yeah,
My
it's
granddad's-
it's
Like,
book
is
of
it
the
like
history
full
of,
of like
digital
toenail clippings and hair, or
Fuck, I hope not. I don't want
Like,
that.
how do you-
It is.
what are you?
I don't
what are
know,
you
it's just-
tracking? Is it names?
I don't know.
Is it-
Well, one of my aunties
Lives.
or something was like really keen to find out our history because, as I mentioned, like I've got an Indigenous in the history tree,
Like-
and their mum's side is Aboriginal and French, so they wanted to kind of track how that came about.
Yeah.
And they just tracked the family tree and put it in a book so people could find out.
Is any of your family in fitness or is it just you?
No, just me. Dad used to be pretty active,
Same.
but now he just sits in the truck and doesn't really do much.
Truck life.
Truck driver.
Helps us out. Good man.
Jesus.
Yeah. No, I was pretty much the only one
In the
that was super
background of our
active.
country, Will.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Yeah,
now.
indeed.
Craig would be happy to hear that. Anyway, shout out to Craig, our most active listener. So you talked a little bit about your movement around the country, starting where Zach lives apparently, fucking probably in his house, and then up to Townsville and all around about. Where did the fitness industry come into it?
So I started playing AFL when I was 3.
Nice.
This was before I was
Kicking the goals. Good, pretty solid on the team at 3.
I got no idea.
Yeah.
It was like before Auskick was a thing, and
They
they
said
weren't.
this kid's going to be a superstar
They
at
weren't
3.
so protective. No, I was a little nerd with
Tore a
glasses. They
hemi
were trying
already.
to keep me on the sideline all the time.
We have to get that photo of you with your goggle glasses on.
I
Yeah.
had sports goggles.
Oh,
There is
mad dog.
photos. There is
like
photos.
Do you still have them?
like basketball ones.
Yeah,
Fucking oath.
yeah. So
Could you
before,
wear them on the powerlifting platform?
well, I don't know where they are
You
now.
You
They're
could
probably
make up
at
a
home
medical
somewhere
reason,
still.
definitely.
They wouldn't
Yeah,
fit
you'd
his
be able
head.
to. They wouldn't say no. No, it was just. This
Oh.
was before contacts were a thing because I was too young and
Yeah.
I was trying to play AFL, but my glasses kept getting smashed, which was annoying mum.
Yeah.
So they found goggles. I had to wear goggles from like under 10s.
Yeah.
What a cool kid.
Right, bring us
like
up, bring us a
under
picture and
13s.
we'll put it on the podcast.
Oh, the amount of banter that was thrown
I'll
about
flick
like,
it over to
oh,
Tam.
swimming pools down that way, mate. You get lost on your way to the beach. I just got roasted.
That's all right. You have to be roasted as a kid.
Kids
It
are assholes.
builds character. We
Yeah.
don't endorse bullying, by the way.
Well, I mean, Josh is kind of been thrown under the bus as the team bully. So
Yeah, he's giving it back.
I just got to give
We're
what I
copping
get.
it for it.
Yeah, so I played AFL from 3, and then growing up from like 3 till 12, I was doing every sport I could pretty much do. So like inline hockey, roller hockey. I was
Really?
doing, inline speed skating.
Fuck.
I was really
Wait,
good.
is
That's how
that the
your
one where
adapters are
like
so strong.
you wear face paint and smack into each other, or is that a different one?
No, that's that one. Yeah,
That's roller
but
derby.
I was under. No,
Yeah, that
no,
one.
we weren't. Yeah, that's roller derby. No, I wasn't doing that.
That's a
Not
movie.
that?
No. So this was like
What
inline
the fuck?
hockey and speed skating, and then I also did athletics, so like 100, 200,
Yeah.
and long jump, and then like cross country and stuff. I pretty much just played every single
Athlete
sport
boy.
I possibly could
Yeah.
up until 17.
literally, if you did fucking roller derby.
Yeah,
I
nah,
fucking love
legit.
that.
Like I was playing
Yeah,
mixed
what-
netball, touch footy.
All sorts. What were you the best at?
No
what was
wonder your
your
knees
what
are
was your
fucked.
defining sport before
Well, I
powerlifting?
loved AFL because I played that for 14 and a
What,
half
when you were
years.
3, that's your favourite one. You peaked at 3.
Yeah, I peaked at 3. It was all downhill from 3. Well, from 3 till 17, that was the only sport I kept consistent. 'Cause
Oh,
the rest
okay.
of them just were
It would have
like
been funny if you said,
fitting
like,
around
yeah, that
it.
was my favourite sport. I played from 3 till 5 or something. It was just like,
I never got any better. My athletic endeavours peaked at 3.
yeah.
I loved athletics as well, though. That was really fun, but it was a bit more seasonal. And there wasn't really like much athletics in Townsville, so I kind of just threw that in. Stopped doing little athletics.
feel
when I
like
moved
we
The
to
need to
athletics
Townsville.
have
track
like
is
a-
dirt.
No, Townsville actually have an athletics track. There's
Red
one
dirt.
in the whole town.
Yeah, it's not bad up
Just
there.
one lane.
It's actually not too bad, but it's like 30 degrees and 95% humidity, so
Yeah, it's
it's
lovely.
disgusting.
I feel like we should
Could
have
the
like
entire
an
town
athletics.
fit on the athletics track?
It's not that
It's
small.
It's not that small.
It's like the
Maybe.
capital of North Queensland, so
well, that's
Yeah,
in
what's
close
that, like
argument
40
with
people?
Cairns. Cairns always
So,
argues
just
a
different
lot.
type
45
of
on a good day.
people.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing, like, throughout all these sports, you went, hey, fitness is pretty sick. I should go and do that at uni.
Yeah, well, originally the goal was to try and be a PE teacher.
Nice.
And
And then you
then,
failed at that.
well, through high school, I was like,
Jesus.
I was a little shit, like a proper little shit. And the only thing that kept me in school was being allowed to play for the football team for the school. So.
Wow.
And then I was like, I'll just go become a PE teacher. And then I got to like year 11 and 12, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. So I dropped out of the English class I was in and went down to like what's called English communication, which is like the really bottom feeder English.
That was Zach's class, I think.
The Zach's class.
Shout out.
Yeah,
shout out.
but I could spell.
Hold on, I was
Um,
fucking high achiever, mate. Hold on.
I got
Righto,
like
here we go.
good
Yeah.
grades in every class, just English. I was really good at it, but I just hated the teacher, so that was whatever.
Yep.
And then I moved down here and actually did a diploma of sports management surfing studies.
Okay.
I'd like surfed once in my life when I was
Can you
young.
surf?
Just decided to go. Nah,
Yeah,
I
that's
just
all
went and did it.
Don't need to.
I tried to for the whole year that I was in the course, and then it was kind of more or less just it was a really easy way for me to get out of Townsville, because I come from rural Centrelink actually paid all my relocation to move to the Gold Coast and like gave me this huge lump sum of money
Shout
to
out
move to the
Centrelink.
shout out Centrelink, thank you. And just got out of Townsville as young as I could.
I joined defence to do the same thing. Got
Yeah,
me out.
There's not much
Pay
up
for
there
me.
for me. Yeah, exactly. So I just kind of come down here and then just messed around for
And
like
where did the uni
years.
study come in?
So I just finished my Bachelor of Sport and Exercise Science. I started that at 23. Before that, I did real estate as well. And before I decided to do my
Odd
PT
jobs.
certs, yeah, I did like just retail when I moved down here whilst I was at uni. And then I went to real estate for like 6 months and hated it. So left that. And then just went and worked at a supplement store, similar to Will. And just pretty much worked there while I got my certs and then started PTing like nearly 5 years ago.
Yeah. And where did you start your PT? I think,
AM, PM.
yeah, that was
Which
just
is like
commercially type gym.
calisthenics.
Oh,
No,
calisthenics.
calisthenics
Oh, yeah, yeah.
gym.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was like
that's
a
right.
really
That's when you were
quiet
a sleep
calisthenics
boy.
gym. I was a Cali boy. Yeah.
You've done literally everything.
Down Burley
Like-
bars on a Sunday, sun shining, shirts off, the boys.
Yeah, I love that.
And then just kept tracking until
yeah,
I
and then
found strength.
yeah,
Then you
Came to
awkwardly
commercial
approached
gym.
Will in the gym. We
Came-
need to share this
I would
story.
have loved to see that
Oh, it's
interaction.
not really
Honestly,
I would have paid to
this
see
is
it.
like, this should be a case study for how not to interact with people.
And particularly Will.
Because I'm I'm actually a little bit socially awkward and I have like a little bit of social anxiety.
Really?
Especially when it comes up, like really, really bad. So when it comes up to talking to new people, especially people that like either I've followed on Instagram for a while or like have some form of admiration for, I just shit the bed. And Will was like training in a corner of EMF where I worked at the time. And I was speaking to my mate Darren for about 10 minutes while he was trying to G me up to be like, you know when a girl at the bar and like your boys are trying to G you up to go talk to her? This was Darren G'ing me up being like, he's not going to do anything. He's just going to talk to you normally. Like, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And I was like, all right, good. I'm going in. Like,
This is to hit him up for coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I stumbled over to
Like,
him.
hey
in the
man, can I
gym.
give you money?
And
Can
he
I
was
give you
dumbbell
money for a
pressing.
service?
Finishes his set and I was like, oh, excuse me. And he's like, oh, sorry, man, am I in your way? And like walked off. And I was like, no, I actually wanted to talk to you. And it was like the most awkward thing ever. And then it just didn't.
Did he actually leave? Like, did you even talk to him?
Yeah. I stopped him as he walked off. I was like, oh,
it's
actually,
not like you're
I
asking me
wanted
on a date though. Like it's
Nah.
like it's you're
I just asked if he was taking on
like
clients.
it's my job. So I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
what
you're so awkward in encounters.
yeah.
like that
Well,
as
especially because we were at EMF, because like to not talk to people, kind of to just train.
yeah, you're
just
not
get
used to
through it.
people approaching you in commercial gyms as much.
Yeah.
Is what it is here. So if someone's approaching you, usually it's like, oh, hey, can I use that bench or can
Yeah.
I use that piece of equipment?
Yeah, well, I
Well,
assume
part of the
that's what he
reason why
thought.
we in here and really encourage like the culture of like not many people in here like wear headphones or earbuds and listen to their own music. Most people just get involved and talk and becomes half social on top of the training. So that's part of the reason.
Yeah,
Because I
it's great in
want it
here.
to be like that.
It's great in here. I actually bully people if they wear headphones.
Yeah,
Sorry, mate, you can't wear those today.
living
I
up
don't,
to your reputation.
I don't care if you don't like the music. This is what you get for the afternoon.
It's usually like, if it's Josh in here, it's like Blink 182, All American Rejects, like just
Pop
think
punk.
like punk.
Punk rocker.
Sad pop
Just,
punk.
Yeah.
just
Emo.
angsty.
It's
Emo.
perfect.
Is it like
Angsty
Josh's
teen at
angst
26.
playlist?
Yeah,
It's exact. Spotify creates those like playlists, and my most played ones is like moody mix, teenage angst, and pop punk classics.
yeah. And so we know you're in the gym.
Yes.
And that actually leads us to the next part, which is becoming part of this team.
Yep.
And that just came kind of about around about that. Like you were coaching with us, you'd done our mentorship, you'd been like really involved in just Nexus in general as far as like learning and getting coaching from us and things like that. And then when we opened the gym, you only worked just down the road. And I know you were super keen on it, and I think we had like a few conversations about it, like just not like direct, but like just little like just hints about it, like, oh, what do you want to do, things like that.
Yeah. Well, there was
Just
heaps of
general
those.
chit chat when you're working with clients and stuff. So,
Yeah, well, it all kind of made sense to me when Mickey, every time I saw her, she's like, oh, how's work? How are your clients? Are you
Yeah.
still liking it at EMF?
I'm really,
and then
I'm
it
really
like
subtle.
it like kept going on like
little
that
bit
for a
of
few weeks, and
Pre-employment foreplay.
yeah, Well, I would train at
That's
Will's and Mickey's most Friday afternoons and stuff, and just always pop in and around and
That was
whatever.
the home gym. The
Sometimes
big gym.
it was just me being a nice person and just like
Sometimes.
Yeah, it was conversation, but then we were designing one of my programs and the conversation came up and I was like trying to look for an out from EMF anyway, but just didn't really know where to go.
Yeah.
I was like, it's perfect. Done.
Yeah. And now you've, under this roof, kind of brought, I don't even know how many people, but a lot of people to the platform, especially a lot of people for their first time to the platform, a lot of people in here that certainly weren't powerlifters before but come from lots of different backgrounds. Now they've coached underneath you and made it to the platform and
Yeah, it's been sick.
smashed it.
Like my goal for this year, I said at the start of the year, because I didn't really know what sort of direction this year would take just with the start of it and everything. And I was like, oh, cool. I think bringing 5 people to the platform for the total of the year would be really sick. That'd be a cool goal for me to just tick off. And recently at one of the Valhalla comps, I had 7.
At one comp.
So over the course of the year, I think it's been between 15 and 20, which I was pretty stoked on. Exactly that.
comps.
People who've never competed before, people who've competed quite a bit to nationals, worlds, etc.
threw you a
pretty
little
crazy.
bit in the deep end there at breakthrough as
That's
well.
what we're all about.
Got
Just straight in the
rocked
deep
up
end.
to breakthrough, ready to hang out, and then
This
got
is
given a lanyard, and I was like, okay, I'm handling now. Cool.
This is exactly what we did to Zach.
It's like a
though.
common thing. It's a very common thing. They put me out the back of pro roll after a month, and they're like,
You just have to learn how to swim.
You
You just get thrown in. You have to you either drown or you work it out.
You just figure it out as you go. That's what Zach was the water boy basically. That was Pro Raw 10
that was
as
a big
well.
meme.
Pro Raw 10.
Yeah, and I very clearly remember Cameron. I was talking to Cameron, and he came up to when Jordan Challow walked past. Cameron walked up to him and said, "Hey, this boy's here to chase some tail," and then just walked off and left me standing with Jordan. I was like, "Fuck! Like, what kind of interaction is this?"
Such a
That's
And
such
Jordan's
a
just
Cameron
like,
thing to do.
"Yeah, cool," and they both walked off. And I'm just standing there like, "Why am I here by myself?"
so. Yeah.
How old were you at that point? Quite young.
20s.
I would have been
19.
Young buck.
19. Yeah, still a plucky young teen.
Just working it out. That's right.
I love it.
We
Yeah.
recruited Zach Young. Got him
Smart.
straight off the teat.
Breed him the way you need him to be. Mold him. Sorry, mate. No
Jesus.
future for you. This
Jesus,
is it.
breed.
Yeah.
What am I like am I a stud dog? I was like, off you
You're
go.
an
You're an experiment. You're the
What the
lab.
fuck?
Well, he said
Jeez, right, let's not
breed.
get out of that road. Fuck. Well, yeah, so, and I guess the last thing to say before we get to the fun part of the podcast is, that you are, it's all fun. This has been completely non-serious at all, but whatever, you still have room for, if anybody knows anyone on the Gold Coast that's looking for a gym, that's looking to get into powerlifting, still taking on clients in the gym. You're taking some clients online now as well.
What
So,
a segue.
yeah, I mean, hit us up if you, after some coaching, hit up Josh. He's here. Look at that
Slide
face.
into
You
my
can't get,
DMs.
yeah, I love that. But yeah, we're going to head into Zach's quick fire questions.
Just before we do that, why is it
Well,
called
you
a
wanna-
segue?
Concerned.
Huh?
Like, why does the expression exist? Why is it called a segue?
Because I believe it's to do with different segments.
You just like, you've just worked this out now, or you actually
No,
know?
I think it's legitimately to do with
He's
relation
breaking
to
down the word.
segments.
Okay.
There's different segments, and there's a way to get to the different segments.
I don't know. Fact check
then
that
why
after
is
Zach.
that little weird
back to
fucking
me.
Don't
thing
upload
with
that
two
to the
wheels
Facebook
called a
fact checkers.
segue?
Next podcast, facts check that.
I don't know, but they're pretty hard to ride. I don't know if anyone's ever ridden those, but those things suck.
What?
Segways?
Yeah, so it's kind of
They,
like
they hurt my feet.
Well, the
you
expression
steal other
segue is
people's
like
ideas.
that's a smooth transition, but I've never seen anyone smoothly transition on or off one of those machines. Anyway, to the questions. To the questions.
Nothing.
We did have. Sorry,
Do you
there
want to
go.
start with the hat, or do we start with the question?
No.
think we should
Start at the start. Do it in order.
start at the
Otherwise,
start.
fucking
No?
yeah.
No,
All right.
I'm quietly
So-
concerned about these.
So it's
Not at all.
meant to be 5
Don't worry.
questions, but I
You'll
think
be
there's like
fine.
7. So we'll bust through them.
You're meant
First
to have
one.
like quick answers, but really they just fucking
Yeah.
spiral out of control.
So, do people
All right.
respect you more now that you have a beard? Because I know that your
Oh,
first
absolutely.
introduction
Say
to the
now that
Facebook
you have
group
them all.
or to the Nexus
Discord.
group coaching was me making fun of you about a beard.
Yeah. My first interaction in the Slack chat we had back in the day, I just like got added to it and was like, oh, I'm
Welcome to the team.
starry-eyed, and then the first thing I open is just Zach roasting me about one of my progress pictures. To be fair, I did look like a bit of a predator without the beard, so it does make sense. Like,
What did you actually
do
call?
respect
What did
you
you
more.
actually say though?
no, he called me like a pedophile.
Oh, something I cannot repeat on here. So, something that
basically
like
called me a child
Balenciaga
predator.
representatives got in trouble for.
Yeah, that's no good.
Lovely.
Jordan stepped in
But
with
yeah,
the
so you'd say
inclusivity.
people respect you more of a beard.
Yep, I would believe so.
Zach's now.
Okay,
Are you
good.
considering
Next
going
question.
further with yours? No.
That's why I'm worried about where this goes.
Yeah.
No.
No,
One of
the other
Alex's question was about his favourite colour orchid. So I mean, like,
Okay, sweet,
Yeah, this
we're
is-
good.
they go completely
Yeah,
random.
so-
Don't
Okay,
think
perfect.
there's any fucking order to this at all. Like,
Yeah,
you're
God, no.
way overestimating our ability.
So next
Alright,
question
shoot.
is: if you could take someone else's knees, whose knees would you take?
Definitely not
Anyone's.
Will's.
No, they've had their time.
They've been pre-used. Like,
Don't
would you
take
take like
tanks either.
a kid's
That's a
knees?
really
like
good
fresh,
question.
supple ones?
Nah, I'd need knees that have some form of ability to handle load without blowing out. I don't know someone in particular like that. I feel like any powerlifter I know that's like done anything for more than like 3 to 5 years is like, yeah, nah, my knees are done.
Yeah, you end up with shorty knees. You could go like, see, I was going to go
Maybe
like,
an Olympic weightlifter, Sonny Webster.
Yeah,
I-
that's true.
I think that's his name.
I don't know
He's
about
got
these days.
Then you get some
phenomenal
second.
knees.
You get some secondhand. You get some secondhand trembolonis with the knees.
Well, he's got massive quads too, so that could just benefit me in both aspects.
What?
We,
Didn't he get?
yeah, I was
popped?
going to say like Chad Wesley Smith because he has gigantic knees, but then your knees will be bigger than your quads.
Yeah, that's not
It would
ideal.
just be ridiculous.
Could you imagine that?
Well, or you could go
Yeah.
the other way and take like Keita's knees and then be the ultimate
Keita has
bodybuilder.
tiny knees. There, then your quads will look huge.
Yeah.
There's so
Peter
much
has
to-
got dainty
Alrighty,
little
so-
Yeah,
knees.
but Keita's like 5 foot. I'm 6'2", so they wouldn't exactly support me very well.
Nah, you'd be fine.
I'd like, I'd be
She
done.
squats pretty heavy, but
She nearly squats.
But
the
hold on,
same
how
as
much?
me.
is Keita?
What's your squat?
280.
Well, she's got 260, so she's not
Yeah,
far
I know.
off you.
She bullied me about that the last time we met when we were
Oh,
in
that's
breakthrough.
just
She's
Keita.
like, oh, so
Keita is a
has
bully.
your squat gotten any better yet? Or do I still out squat you? And I was like, no, I swear it's better. Because she was in here one day watching me squat, and I think my
She
top
could
set was
probably
like
say the same-
200 and roasted me, and I was like, oh,
That's
sorry.
rough.
That's Keita, though.
She could probably say the same thing about Zach's bench, though.
That's
would.
true.
Definitely.
Sorry,
I still
Zach.
benched 170.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, but it's not too sad.
No,
5 years ago.
170 is a good bench. Yeah.
Not
170 is
awful.
only
Alrighty.
my best as well,
Anyway,
mate, so
pretty
don't
good.
worry.
I'm done with that question. Next question.
Thank you.
If you and
Yep.
Alex were dropped into the wilderness, and now this isn't like a fight to the death. This is
Oh.
resourcefulness. Like you each dropped on separate islands with the same resources for an extended length of time. Who would die first? Like who do you
Alex.
believe would
Because
have a higher chance of surviving?
I'm
This
an,
isn't a fight to the death, is it?
I'm an
Is-
undercover
No.
orienteering state champion 4 years running.
Oh, shit. Keita has done
wait,
it.
I
wait,
won-
wait,
I-
what?
I won. So in Melbourne,
Why
I
do
don't
you
know.
bring this up in your life story?
I don't know
That's
if
massive.
I don't know if your school did this, but we did orienteering.
No, I
which
don't
is
think any school
essentially
did this. I think you got
get,
tricked.
You get given like a map, and it has a bunch of clues on it.
Oh my
and
god.
the clues relate to like there's clues and coordinates, and the clues and coordinates relate to like a number that's on some form of object or somewhere hidden, and you have to go around and get all the numbers in a particular order and bring it back, and whoever comes back first is the winner.
You sure it wasn't just like something from the teachers to get you to fuck off for a bit?
Well, the PE teachers probably, yeah, for sure, but we still went to states, and I came first 4 years in a row.
4 years in a row.
So are you telling me that
That's
the
ridiculous.
question that I just asked
What's after
read
states?
some
Like if-
useful information?
Yeah, like
We
I would-
learned
if
something
you
about
gave-
Josh.
all you need to
Wow.
give me is a map and a compass. I'm good.
No, but he was asking more like, you
Yeah,
can't
survival.
get off the island, you got to survive on the island.
Yeah, but he's saying he would orienteer to like a...
I would orient
Yeah,
you
he'd
to a
orient
safety
you
net.
to safety.
I'd just
Like,
find
what's
everything I
Alex
need
doing?
to.
I'm happy
Build
with
a
the
retaining
answer.
wall?
It's all right. Now, Zach, next...
Alex is gonna have the nicest looking island,
He can
but I'll be off
landscape
the
it.
island back at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Playing Xbox.
Alrighty, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Zach,
I'll
Alex
claim
will
that.
level it. He's going to level it, build some nice little like teas in it.
Steps.
Yeah, it'd be great.
We'll have a nice house.
Landscape it out.
Won't survive, though.
Find
Then
a
Josh
wild,
can just
find
move
a
in.
wild cat.
Plus,
to
I've got
tame.
extra padding So I'm going to survive longer, and I've got more insulation.
Okay.
Will would 100% die. You would
Yeah.
die within the first week.
Jesus.
That's harsh.
Well, it depends if he has insulin
I've watched.
available.
Yeah.
It'd be like 24
Die in
hours
the
if
first
not.
4 hours.
Don't die that quickly. Fuck me.
I said 24. I at least
I'm
gave
not
you a
that
day.
fucking fragile. Jesus Christ.
He'd be like, "Ooh, handful of berries. Ooh, handful of berries."
Oh, no.
You really made a
Sorry, Will.
diabetes
It's more
joke,
if there
Josh.
wasn't
Jesus.
Well, that's the thing. You'd have to try and salvage food. And you're the worst at, like, you don't eat experiment
If Mickey
with
doesn't
food.
bring you lunch, you don't
Fucking
eat.
hell, so. Yeah, but I would on an island. I'd eat some grass or something. You'll be right. Catch a fish.
You can't catch a fish.
Yeah, I'll catch a fish.
You
easy.
hate fish. You hate
Yeah,
fishing.
fish is pretty yuck, but I would catch a bird.
Catch a bird.
Ostrich.
They run like 90 k's an hour.
Lasso it. They have long necks, easy to aim for.
This is great.
We've lost Zach.
I wasn't on this island anyway.
We
It
just
was
threw
only
you
me
on
and
the
Alex. Yeah, I would survive. I'd definitely come out on top.
Alrighty, okay, I'll take that. Alex, this is
Yeah.
now a contest shout out. You're going to bring your response and please put it in the podcast submission form.
Feedback.
Next one.
Yeah.
You and Will, burger eating contest. Who wins?
Oh, Will, because he was a champion at some point, apparently. He has a medal for it or a trophy or something.
I did win one.
I
That's
like
one-
the
that's my proudest.
consistency with your arguments.
It goes burger eating contest. This is my achievements in life. Like burger eating contest, and then like the other things I want, like pro or stuff like
That's
that.
irrelevant. Burger eating's at the top. That's the one to tell the grandkids. They don't care about weightlifting.
Yeah, I've got a picture of the burger. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I've eaten some
Absolutely
pretty disgusting burgers, but yeah, not like quick.
I don't know about these days
Okay,
though. I think I'd be so far. Imagine my insulin for days after that. It wouldn't be worth it.
There'd
Well,
be
it had
tanks
to be
because
really
of all the
fatty.
fats.
Yeah.
We'll add
There's
in.
like
we'll
two
add in a
pieces of
bonus
bread that are
question
the
as well.
carbs. The rest is all fat.
Yeah.
We'll
I
go
was
bonus
about to say.
question.
I was about to explain how that would work, but it's just not. It's not podcast worthy. It's boring as
Not at all.
fuck.
Whereas I'd like to know, Josh, name and shame worst burger on the Gold Coast.
Oh, they closed down, but it used to be Obsessions on Chevron, so it's a good thing they closed down.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Beyond that, I had a really shit burger recently at Hungry Jack's. But they're pretty crappy.
How high were your
overall.
expectations going to Hungry Jack's?
Just walks in. Best burger of my life. Come in.
Nah, I don't know. They used to do pretty okay burgers back in the day. Like, their slogan is literally the burgers are better at Hungry Jack's. So you'd expect some form of
Yeah, we might have to assume
distinguishable quality, but there's nothing.
about that.
Some
Yeah, I
sort of
would probably
quality
do that,
burger.
actually. We could get a class action going.
She lied to us all because they're not better. They're worse.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I think so. Zach, you were frozen for a second. I think you had a fucked up face. Looked over and your face was just like, eh.
Alright, I'm back. We just froze. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, last question, which I think we know the answer to. If you weren't doing powerlifting, what
I
sport
could
would
be
you
any.
do?
You've done it at
Granted
8,000.
that your knees worked. You've been gifted
What
working
would you
knees.
do?
What would you do?
I'd actually love to go back to athletics. I honestly, truly wish I'd dove deeper into athletics. Like more
Oh, you
sprinting.
can come
100
sprint with
meter,
me.
100 meter, 200 meter, and long jump. If I could have kept that going to some sort of consistency, I think I could have done reasonably well.
Right to
AFL,
a
I'm too
jumping
far
program.
gone. I was always like okay, but never like great.
Yeah.
So I kind of accepted at an early age I was never going to do anything good with AFL.
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, really good at 3 in the newspaper, and then
Then
just
it went downhill as the
Yeah.
competition
clear. I
increased.
saw it in all the news feeds.
Fucking hell.
The
Alright.
segue that I was about to use, I was going to say that you would play Quidditch.
You play
Oh,
what?
no, didn't they
Quidditch?
just change the name to that? I don't think it's allowed to be called Quidditch anymore.
What?
I think they just changed the name to
What do
it.
you mean?
They just changed the name
What's it
to
called? Broomstick
I don't know.
ball chasing? Like,
I've got no idea. I didn't follow it along deep enough. But the name got changed because they wanted
It's a
to
made-up thing. is what it is. It's
disassociate
just
themselves and stuff.
whatever. So
I'd love to play Quidditch, but if someone wants to hire me for their team, I can just be the bludger. Like, I'll be the ball. I'll just chase people around and bowl into them or something.
fucking hell.
fucking hell.
What? So that was the last question that we had here. Is that because I've already asked this before, but I wanted to get the discussion going on here about if you were in the Harry Potter world, which
What would you be?
what do they even call it? Like
House.
faction, house. Which house would you
Faction.
Definitely Gryffindor.
fraternity.
We've had this conversation.
Yeah, you brought that
I
up,
would
and your
definitely be
reasonings were
Gryffindor.
about you being brave or some shit, which I just, with the Orientiri, now I get slightly brave, but mostly my argument was absolutely not, because Ron Weasley would annihilate you. And
But Ron Weasley has
the
a
thing
wand.
as well.
you would have a wand too, but
He's-
actually you wouldn't get a wand.
His never works.
Here's
So you're saying
the
I'd be
thing,
a
though,
squib.
Josh.
Yeah,
As somebody
exactly. You'd be a duffer.
in preparation for this podcast, I went to Hogwarts and I went and did an online survey. And as somebody who is
Perfect.
actually from Gryffindor, I find it quite offensive that you're trying to ascertain the
Just be on that
glory
level.
of my house without
So-
actually doing a test.
So I'm gonna
You're
cut you off
absolutely
right there
produced.
because as an honorary member to Pottermore, which is the official Harry Potter website that you can
Of
go and
which I
sort
have.
yourself into a house, I was sorted into Gryffindor twice
Yeah, but did you
because
just
my
do the
account got
pay to
deleted
win?
and then I create.
Did you just
No, no,
pay
no.
to
Got
win?
deleted
Like
because you were
in-
hacking.
I-
You were trying to hack your way in.
So
It got
look,
deleted because I lost my email because I had like 30 emails as a child, and
We've
so
organised
twice I
something.
was sorted into Gryffindor officially through Pottermore.
All
Well,
right.
we did. We knew
we've
you were
got
going to argue
something
this.
better than
We knew you were
Pottermore.
going to argue this because I said there's no fucking way. So what I actually did was we created a sorting hat for you. knew you would argue. So we've got the hat down here.
Oh, I'm not this stupid.
It's mad. This is the official one. I've been told. I went to the Harry Potter store.
Yeah,
I've got
it's
the,
from,
got the hat.
from Hogwarts. The only issue is
I've got-
in the movies, it's actually the color bounces off, so that's why it looks black. It's actually
Look at Tank. Tank's woken up now.
Tanks like is there
Tanks
food
wants
in
to
there?
be sorted into his
Is there
house.
food
also.
in that one?
Alright, so
No,
Josh,
no-
you've got to on,
no food in
on
this for
camera.
Tank.
You've got to go and be sorted. Does the hat sing a song or something?
No, it's
Is it going to have a little
Fucking, I've
jingle?
watched Harry Potter. I'm not 12.
If there, if
It does
if we-
actually sing a. It does sing a song in the movie. Yeah.
What's the
in
song?
in the books, it sings a song.
Stick your
but not
hand
in the
in me
movie.
hole and pick out a name. Then you're in the house.
no. The sorting hat goes
forever.
on your head. Actually,
Stick
the
your head
sorting
in
hat
me
goes
hole.
on your head.
Doesn't work.
Oh,
But
golly.
Will has.
yeah, well, you can't put this on your head because all my magical names will fall out.
No,
I feel like
Josh,
there's not going to be a
Josh
single
has to get it
Gryffindor in there.
himself.
It's all going to be Hufflepuff.
Don't make this out like we would do something like that. Fucking hell! What is
Josh
this?
has
It's
to get
gonna
it
be rigged.
himself. There's an even distribution.
Yeah,
of
Will,
all
what are you
houses.
doing? You have to.
I'm
Yeah,
mixing.
let Josh do it.
Okay.
Well, you can't mix. Okay, you have to.
Alrighty.
Just reach it. Don't look. Cheat. Fucking cheat. See, you see that? He's tried to cheat.
He's trying to find the Gryffindor.
Yeah, he's trying to find it.
I wish I had X-ray vision.
I put adjectives in there too.
Duffer, Hufflepuff.
Yeah, because Hufflepuff's a duffer, as said by Hagrid in the movie.
Alrighty. So it's
We'll give you a second
Cool.
chance.
Oh,
We'll give you a second
it's
chance.
going to
Go
be
get
nothing but Hufflepuff.
it. No, we wouldn't do that. This is an official podcast.
This is sponsored by J.K. Rowling.
Phenomenal Hufflepuff.
Incredibly phenomenal Hufflepuff. Shout out,
bit better.
Kendall. Yeah, that's slightly better than the first one.
Absolutely.
Third time's a charm.
Third
Maybe
one.
he'll get Gryffindor.
I'll pick one for you. Pick one.
Oh, golly.
Pick one for you. This one is better than the last one, for sure.
Kind of brave Hufflepuff.
Hey, that's way better than some of the ones I wrote here. You didn't actually get any of the bad ones.
Well, do you want to read them out, Will? Let's finish it all off.
Hufflepuff, but maybe could have been Gryffindor.
That's pretty good.
See, yeah, that one would have been all right. This one is Crybaby Hufflepuff.
Yeah, recently I could attest to that. That's fair.
Weakling Hufflepuff. Cute Hufflepuff. I think Hufflepuff's like just the name's cute. Is that forward? I think that. Oh no, wait, got one more. I know what this one is. This is the Jack and Tan Hufflepuff.
Oh, I'm not 10 at the moment, so that wouldn't have worked.
And then there's obviously plenty more of all the other houses. but
Yeah, there's definitely Gryffindor in there.
yeah. I just happen to get all. We just happen to get all them ones.
Expose themselves.
All right, let's leave it there. You're done. Thank you very much for coming on, Josh. Good fun.
Thank
We
you.
got there in the end. It was a long-winded, long way around to the technical difficulties, but here we are.
Yeah, I'm real hungry.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
You didn't say red hot.
Oh my God, Josh.
Red hot. Still recording. We're fine. Thank you for listening to Nexus Unloaded. Be sure to jump on our website to find details on everything mentioned on today's podcast, plus information on our coaching, mentoring, and gym services. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at NexusPerformance.Aus for any updates on what we are currently doing. See you all in the next episode.